Hey guys, it's Justynaaax. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing the Met Gala recreation that Makeup by Mario did for Kim Kardashian West. I really fell in love with this look, and you guys know that I love Kim K's makeup. Whatever Mario does, I want to do, so I had to recreate it. So first off, we're going to go straight in with the eyes. Right now, I'm just carving out my brows. I did it off camera. I used the Covergirl Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Honey Brown. I'm just carving that out with some foundation, cream foundation, and then I'm blending it out with my ring finger. This is going to be my base for my eyeshadow. It's just going to keep my eyeshadow on. It's going to let the colors show more true to color. And now I'm setting it with foundation powder. So what this does, it just helps to set everything and makes it easier for me to blend out my eyeshadow. So I'm taking my used and abused KKW X Mario palette, and I'm taking that light brown shade in the palette and using that as my transition shade. This is going to go all in our crease, and then I'm going to focus it on the outer corner just to contour the eye, add a little bit of dimension. So what I'm doing is just building up on that color. I'm just taking a fluffy brush, working that into my crease, and now I'm taking that rustic warm red shade that's in the palette, and I'm focusing that on the outer corner of my eye and the inner corner. This is almost the same steps that you would do for a halo eye. This is essentially a halo eye, but it's a little bit more dramatic, more blown out. So focusing that on the inner corner and outer corner. So we're just blending upwards towards our crease, and then I'm going back with that shade I put in the crease just to blend everything out. So we're just using windshield wiper motions, and I'm taking an angled brush. It's kind of like a triangle shape, which is perfect for what I need for this look. So I'm just popping that in the center of the lid. I took that gold eyeshadow that is in the palette and I wet my brush, so it gives that more wet foiled look for the eyes. And now I'm going in with the darkest shade and focusing that on the outer corner. So I was looking at pictures, reference photos, and I saw that only the outer corner was a little bit deeper. So I just wanted to focus that on there and then build up on that. So I'm going back with that red shadow and blending it out. So I'm just blending the sides because I want it to look seamless without it being too harsh. Am I making sense here? I feel like you know what I mean. So I'm going back and blending out again. So there's a lot of going back and forth, making sure everything is blended. You want it to look good. I'm taking that dark brown shade and I'm just tightlining my eye. Not tightlining, like just running it through the lash line. So there's a little bit more definition there. And now I'm tightlining it with my gel liner from Maybelline. And then after I do that, I put a little bit on my waterline, and I'm putting mascara on right now, just prepping for my false lashes. I'm using the Hourglass Caution mascara. This is one of my faves at the moment. It's super lengthening, volumizing. If you go too ham with it though, you can't clump up your lashes, so you just gotta be a little careful. So I'm just touching up the center of my eye again. I'm taking my RCMA foundation palette. It's also used and abused. And I'm just putting that under my eyes in the areas where I would want it a little bit more highlight. So this is not what I do for my everyday makeup, but I wanted that full coverage red carpet look, so I'm just doing it now. So right now I'm just concealing that area, and now I'm going in with foundation. This is my Ellis Faas foundation in the shade 103.5. This is my summertime shade when I'm nice and tanned and bronzed, but she clearly had a spray tan for this, and I am pale as a ghost. I look like a ghost, so I went ahead and put that foundation on, and I'm just blending that out with my beauty blender. I like to really press it into the skin, and then once everything is already blended out on my skin, I go over it again and make sure it's not cakey or there's too much going on. And don't forget the ears. You got to go put some foundation on that. And I'm just blending that out. I use a damp beauty blender. Make sure your beauty blender is always wet and damp. And I'm going in with my RCMA palette again, and I'm going to bronze up and contour. I'm going to put that through my cheekbones, my forehead, and my nose area. And this time I remembered to blend out my forehead, because if you guys remembered in my Ariana Grande video, whoever watched it, I didn't blend out my forehead cream contour. That was a mess. So I definitely did it in this video. And I'm going to go down my jawline, make it look snatched, because, you know, she had a couple extra cookies the other day. Anywho, so I'm blending that out with my beauty blender. And I'm blending downwards for around my jawline, and then with the cheekbones you always want to blend upwards because you want that to look more lifted. You want more defined cheekbones, and you're going to give the illusion that your cheekbones can cut a chick, you know? So I'm blending out my forehead. I'm so proud of myself for remembering. And I love these RCMA cream foundations. They just blend out like a dream. Like, I don't really have to do much, and it just blends out into the skin so nicely. Now I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium. We're going to highlight the under eye area, conceal, and also we're going to clean up the sides of the nose so that our nose contour doesn't look so crazy and muddy and messy. So I'm putting that on my Cupid's bow, my chin area, and my under eyes. I'm taking my YSL under eye, I think it's the Touche Eclat, and that's just more so for brightening. Like I said, this is not my everyday makeup, but we're gonna go all the way in. We want this to look red carpet ready, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm blending that out, and I'm also cleaning up the sides of where I had blown out that eyeshadow a little bit too far. And then I like to push it on the sides of my nose so it looks nice and contoured, snatched. And I am setting with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I didn't put too much like I usually do. I was more so just pressing it into the skin and making sure any pores or texture I do have in that area looks a little bit more diffused, more smoothed out. And then I'm taking that powder and just cutting my cheekbones. I literally left it there for like 3 seconds and then went in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear powder foundation. I think I'm in the shade Tawny, and I'm just blending that all out, setting my foundation. I'm going back in with the eyeshadow. I really want this color to show true to color. I want it to look more rich. So I went back in, defined it a little bit more, and I'm taking my ring finger and adding more to the eyeshadow in the center of the eye. I'm just like a perfectionist. Like, I need to continuously add things to my eyes when it's not necessary, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm taking what I put in the outer corners of my eyes and I'm running that under my eye. The shade is called Albanian, and I keep calling it reddish brown red. But I ran that on my under eye. Now I'm going in with my Park Ave Princess bronzer from Tarte. Nope, I'm lying. Is it Tarte? It is Tarte. So I love this bronzer. I fell in love with this like 3 years ago. It gives you that JLo glow without having to add highlight. Like, look at my forehead right now. It's shiny AF. And you just run this all over your skin. You look like you just came out of the beach. You're sun-kissed. You look amazing. So this is perfect for this look. It gives you that wet but not too much look. And I run that down my jawline, my cheekbones, my forehead area, and down my neck. You don't want a line of demarcation, so make sure you're bronzing your neck as well. I'm taking my Hoola bronzer. This is just to contour and snatch my cheekbones a little bit more. I also use this to contour my nose, so I like to run this on the sides of my nose just to get a little bit more snatched. Right now it's looking a little harsh, but I'm going to fix that. And then we're going to sweep away whatever excess we had for baking powder, just to set the under eye. I get combination oily skin, so regardless, I really have to set. It's not like I can skip this part. So I'm taking the shade 2 in the Kevyn Kwan powder foundation, but I don't know if they still sell this. It might have been discontinued. I'm pressing that under my eye and then putting it over where I contour just to diffuse it a little bit more. And then I'm pressing it in with my beauty blender so it looks more like skin. And we're calming down that contour shade because it's looking a little harsh. And you can use any highlighting powder you like. The Charlotte Tilbury one is my favorite one. You can use the Kat Von D one. Any highlighting powder that you're comfortable with. And I'm just pressing that into the center of my face wherever I put concealer. Now I'm taking this coconut setting spray I got from Wet n Wild. I just wanted to try it. I love coconut. Spraying that all over my face, and then I like to fan myself a little bit to where my skin is not as wet, just a little damp, and then I go in with my highlight. So I'm using the Amrezy highlight with Anastasia. I love this highlight, but it's a little light for me if I wear it by itself, and because of the formula, it's that gilded kind of like pressed wet finish. So I use that as a base first for my other highlight, and then I go in with whatever highlight I like. Right now I'm using the Estee Lauder Heat Wave highlight, and it just gives that nice wet look. So if you have the Amrezy highlight and you feel like you're not crazy about it by itself, I would always use it as a base and then go over it with something else, and it gives that wet dewy look. Like, it just looks like you're a glazed donut, and I love it so much. So definitely try that out. My friend told me about that trick and I was like, oh girl, you saved my life. So I'm going in with that Estee Lauder highlight, and I'm going to pop that onto my eyes again. You don't have to go as crazy with your eyes like I am, but you know, I see things, it drives me nuts. I go back and I try to fix it. I don't want to half-ass anything. So right now I'm going in with my Iconic light lashes. I feel like he put on Iconic lights, but then I don't think he did, because he usually does like individuals or he creates his own lashes. But she was giving me Iconic the house down, so I put on my Iconic lashes. And then I went ahead and put mascara on my lower lashes and then just coated my eyes wherever it needed. My eyeball is a little red on the inner corner. I have really bad allergies. That's why I'm sniffling and sound so nasally in this video. So excuse me, please. I'm sorry it looks cray-cray. So now I'm going in with Warm Soul Blush from MAC. And I'm popping that on the tops of my cheeks and then blending that into our bronzer and contour. So my cheeks look more lifted, more sculpted. Lately I've been putting like blush on my nose and like right on the tops of my cheeks, but for this look he definitely did his like snatched look, so we're gonna go with what Mario did. And then I went in with the peachy blush just to warm up the cheeks a little bit more. I'm going in with Anywhere Caffeine from Makeup Forever. This is a lovely like mauve-y brownie kind of lip liner, and then I'm going in with Toasty just to deepen it a little bit more at the Cupid's bow and give it a little bit more definition. I love that ombre lip and he loves it too. It's kind of like that 90s lip, you know, so I like to go around the Cupid's bow and then around the perimeter of the lip. I wanted to round out my Cupid's bow a little bit more instead of making it so defined, so that's why you had to see that ugly face. And I'm taking the Nude 2 KKW lipstick. This is the lipstick that he used on the red carpet, so I was like, yay, I have that. I don't need to search for the same lip. And then I went in to find the lip liner again, and then he also used the Super Nude lip gloss that she has with her KKW collection, and I have that lip gloss, so I was like, yay, I don't have to struggle. And I haven't used this lip gloss in so long. It's so comfortable. It's not sticky, and it's like, it looks super wet and shiny. I absolutely love it. So I'm going in with this Rose Water Glycerin Spray. It's a prepping spray, but it left my skin looking nice and dewy. I ran out of my Tatcha, but this is the completed look. I went ahead, put oil all over my body. I found a nude slip dress. I don't have that beautiful Mugler dress that she had, but you know, you got to make it work. I put mousse in my hair and then I diffused it as Chris Appleton did with her hair. And this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something today. If you guys have any suggestions for any videos or any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comment section. Also, everything will be listed in the description area. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks again. Bye.